We put some notes together about true abundance. So, disclosure of my situation, not wealthy, comfortable, yes. Husband retired. I have some income from being a celebrant, but because I was self-employed for so long, I didn't have a build-up of super. So we have a very nice life. And at the moment, we're planning our trip to Uluru in September. So we've travelled a lot in Australia, hardly ever been overseas. Um, so in terms of traditional abundance, as in wealth, that's not me, not at this time anyway. So the story I would give about my understanding of abundance, and this was a little illustration that I used to use in sessions that I ran. I can buy, I can write to my mum, and she was alive at the time, and then I can, from the post office, pay $1.10 for a stamp. And I put the stamp on the letter to my mum, and I walk across the park beside her house, and I put the letter in what we call the red mailbox, because it's always fun with the grandchildren to go over and post things in the red mailbox. Excuse me. And then sometimes we watch for the red mail van to come and pick up the letters. So for $1.10, I have written my letter to my mum. I put the stamp on. I've taken it over to the mailbox. Now, when that box is cleared, a whole team of people swing into action on my behalf. They take the letter out to the mail exchange. Somebody sorts it at the mail exchange for me. They put it in a bag to go on a plane where it's flown up to, I don't know, Brisbane, somewhere in northern New South Wales. And then perhaps there's my other team sorting it again. And my letter is put into another bag to go to Kyogle in New South Wales. And then waiting in the post office is this person who, on my behalf, goes through all the letters, sorts out the letter for my mum, and then another person will come in and they'll deliver it to her home. And then my mum just needs to walk down to the gate, and there's my letter. And that's my little story about true abundance, because I paid $1.10, it was less in those days. I paid a minimal amount, and that all those teams of people were ready to just swing into action on my behalf to get that letter from me to my lovely mum. And to me, that's my story of true abundance. Okay, bye.